Hello, I'm AJ Orlikoff, educator for the Hampton Roads Naval Museum, and today we wanted to bring some history into your home. And I really wanted to highlight one of my favorite ships. You see it right here in front of you. It's one of the most important and famous warships in U.S. Navy history, the USS Monitor.
USS Monitor fought in the Battle of Hampton Roads. This engagement took place during the American Civil War on March 8th through 9th, 1862 in the waters of Hampton Roads. This battle was fought between the Union and Confederate navies, but more importantly, this was the first clash ever between ironclads in world history. In an attempt to break the Union blockade of Hampton Roads, the Confederacy unleashed the ironclad ship CSS Virginia on the wooden ships of the Union blockading squadron. Virginia sank USS Cumberland and USS Congress, and USS Minnesota was run aground. These wooden ships' cannons were unable to penetrate the thick iron plating of the Virginia. The next day, CSS Virginia returned to finish off the Minnesota, where a surprise waited. This is what the CSS Virginia found waiting on the morning of March 9, 1862, the USS Monitor. As you can see, the Monitor is one striking and strange-looking vessel. It's strange to us today, and you just imagine how strange it must have looked back then. This ship has been referred to as a tin can on a shingle or a cheese box on a raft. Yet this strange-looking craft was at that point one of the strongest warships in the entire world and was a triumph of design, ingenuity, and engineering.
These design features combine to create a very effective war vessel. And I just want to go over a few of those features using my model here. And one is that it has a very shallow draft. This means that the Monitor is only going down about 10 feet into the water. So the Monitor can go into very shallow water, and her small size makes her pretty maneuverable. Slow, but maneuverable. The other thing is that the Monitor is very well protected. The weakest armor is here on the hull, but she has a low freeboard. And what that means is that the black area you can see right there, that's actually what's coming out of the water. It's from the water line to the actual deck. And this red area, this reddish brownish here, that's actually what's down in the water. And so this means when you're an enemy ship firing on this vessel, you're not going to be able to make great contact on the actual hull of the vessel. The thickest armor on this ship is in the turret and in the pilot house, the more likely targets of an enemy. But and again, this has the thickest armor. It's going to be pretty well protected in the event of an enemy shooting these areas.
In the revolving turret were two 11-inch Dahlgren guns. These cannons could launch 133-pound shells hundreds of feet per second at targets up to 3,650 yards away. And because of this revolving steam turret, the Monitor, unlike any other ship in the world, could fire the cannons at targets no matter which way the ship was pointing.
Short, with all these combined, it's maneuverable, it's well protected, and it packs a punch. And she's going to be put to the test on March 9th, 1862.
Monitor and Virginia engaged in the first battle between ironclad ships on March 9th, 1862. Virginia, having more cannons, bracketed the Monitor with fire, yet failed to find any weak points in the armor. In turn, the Monitor scored hit after hit, yet was unable to penetrate the armor of the CSS Virginia. For 4 hours, the two ships circled each other, probing for weak points. Virginia fired several times at the pilot house, and they actually managed to score a lucky hit. Monitor's commanding officer, Lieutenant John C. Wardron, was hit with shrapnel through the eye slit in the pilot house and was temporarily blinded. Despite this wound, the Monitor fought on. In the end, the two ships disengaged. Wardron was the only casualty on either side of the engagement. Most historians believe the battle was a draw. However, the Union was able to preserve the blockade. Norfolk was captured in May of 1862, and the Virginia was blown up by the ship's own crew to keep it out of Union hands. The Monitor didn't survive the year either. She was sunk in a storm off of the Outer Banks on December 31st, 1862. That fateful engagement between the two ships in March 1862 changed the course of world history, a symbolic turning point from the age of wooden ships to the age of metal ones. The Monitor's design and engineering features stand as a testament to the vision of Erickson and the technological innovations that continued throughout the American Civil War.